9-point harness. Grandpa, get your ID. Shortly, because, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime.
You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Results from the Southern Iowa Speedway, starting with the Sport Compacts. Your winner was 63B, Terry Bickford. Second, the 2M, Matt Moore. Third, the 2H of James Herring. Fourth, 16, Seth Binders. Fifth, the 2K of Tyler Herring. Sixth, the 20C of Caleb Giese. Seventh was the 0 Bob Hayes. Eighth was the 7 of Brandon Pickney. Trent Fowler was ninth in the 12T. 10th, Greg Franklin in 22. And Nicholas Van Heemer was 11th at 33. In the non-wing sprint cars, your winner was 11B Ben Woods. Second, 71 Robert Bell. Third, 17 of Steve Pumphrey. Fourth was the 12 of Doug Sylvester. Fifth, the 25 Kelly Graham. Sixth, the T4 Tyler Graves. And the N3 of Nicholas Mertz was in seventh. In the sport mods, your winner was the 30 Emmett McGuire DeYoung. Second was the 53 of Logan Herbie Anderson. Third was the 1V of Curtis Vanderwall. Fourth, the 04 Trent Orwig. Fifth was the 99 Kyle Boyd. Billy Kane was sixth in the 52. Seventh was the Colton Lizzie in 29, and eighth was the 42 of Tyler Heckert. In the stock cars, your winner was Nathan Wood. Second was the B17 Steve Byers. Third, the 10G Justin Griffiths. Fourth was the 14 of Derek Agee. Fifth, the 1X of Caden Carter. Sixth, the 85 Jason McDaniel. Clinton Goff was seventh at 96. Eighth was the 23S of Seth Dickey. Chad Keller was ninth in the 71K. 10th, Trenton Wett. And 33, Owen Miller was 11th at 31. 12th was the B12 of Curtis Barnes. And Donnie Pearson was 13th in the 19. In the hobby stocks, your winner was Aaron Martin in 73. Second, the 10G Dustin Griffiths. Third, the 33T of Trevor Tanner. Fourth, the 55 Brad Stevens. Fifth, the 1R of Rick Van Dusseldorp. Sixth was the 44P of Peyton Stevens. Seventh was 77 Keaton Gordon. Eighth, the 01 Austin Barnes. Ninth, the 42T of Tyler Overton. Cale Helmsley was 10th in the 88H. Robbie Wilson in 44R was 11th. James Pilkington in 22 was 12th. 13th was Jamie Kieseling in 72H. 14th, 24K of Jamie Kent. Jake Stietzma in the 88J was 15th. Kason Keller in the 71X was 16th. 17th was the 717 of Garrett Alexander. And 18th was the 32 Taz of Bobby Green. Results for Marshalltown Speedway, starting with the Mod Lights. Picking up the win was the 3G of Joe Gluck. Second, the Z50 of Joel Huggins. Third, the 41 of Michael Rafferty. Fourth, the 64 Randy Bryan. Fifth, the 50 of Charlie Brown. Sixth, the 29A of Gary DeWitt. Seventh, the 99 of Josh May. Eighth was the 70 of Alex Eishon. Ninth was Chelsea Ladini in 18M. 10th was Nathan Wolf in the 3. Thomas Mesmer in 27 was 11th. The rest did not finishes or did not start credited. What 12th was the 14 of David Bradley. Bruce Valman was 13th in the 0. 14th was the 46Z of Brian Ziem. Derek Knudsen was 15th in the 99X. Austin Gray was 16th in the 48G. Joel Padilla in 11P was 17th. 18th was the 41X of Jason Massengarb. 19th was the 75 of Justin Rafferty. Dylan Rafferty in 46 was 20th. 21st was the 4G of Ben George. Did not start, but credited with 22nd. 96, John Batron. And Stephen Kennedy was credited with 23rd and did not start the 195. In the sport mods, your winner was the 19J of Janae Gustin. Second, the 17C is Shane Paris. Third, the T23 is Tony Olson. Fourth was the 198 of Sam Weeman. Fifth, the 13M of Matthew Mayo. Jason Roth in 31 was 6. Billy Gould in 60 was 7th. 8th was the 82T of Brett Thomas. Matt Rolfe in the MM5 was 9th. 10th, the R31 of Ryan Lehman. 11th was the 17A of Adam Baker. The rest did not finishes. Starting with 12th, Candace Davenport in the 82I. 13th was the 193 Josiah Taylor. 14th was the K3 Kyle Olson. 15th the 34Z Corey Van Zandt. Caleb Lopez in 16 was 16th. 105 Taylor Bass was 17th. 18th the 30 Keeter Ellis. 19th was the 4 Chance Titus. Travis Peterson was 20th in the 25. The 5 of Josh Sink was 21st. 22nd, the 7 of Steve McLaughlin. 23rd was the 64 of Vern Jackson. 24th, the CB25 of Chris Berg. 25th, the 28B of Kurt Spines. And 26th, the 98S of Dennis Stewart. In the hobby stocks, your winner was the 4W John Watson. Second, 22 Seth Butler. Third, the 0 Ryan Hamill. Fourth, the 09 of Daniel Waters. Fifth was William Kosterman in the 11K. Sixth, Chandler Jones in the 12T. Corey Vanderwelt was in the 55X was 7th. 8th, the 47 SW Sam West. Calvin DeHont at 37G was in 9th. 10th was Blair Kriegel in 17K. Mark Heidebaugh in 64H was 11th. 12th, the 17M of Jared Miller. The 11B of Solomon Bennett was 13th. 14th, the 40SE of Scott Ellis. 20th was the 20A of Stephen Creases. It was 15th. 16th, the 55XL of Murray Vanderwelt. Andy Peck in 17 was 17th. 18th, the 19 of Kalen Skirring. Brad Herman in 49 was 19th. The rest did not finish. This car went for the wild ride, Dukes of Hazzard style. Ended up in the quarry off the backstretch. Was 20th. Was the 2G of Bradley Graham. 21st, 12K Eric Knudsen. Riley Weavers was 22nd, the 48R. The 5AZ of Zach Tate was 23rd. 24th, the 14T Mitchell Thomas. 25th, Gary LaFrance in the 4X. 26th was the 17X of Ben Newhouse. In the stock cars, your winner was the 94X's Steve Meyer. Second, the 1 of Austin Kaplan. Third, the KR1 of Caden Richards. Fourth was the 2 of David Atcher. Fifth was the Dilly Bar Special with Jeff Wallum in the 3W. Sixth was the 5A of Tyler Pickett. Scooter Doolin in the 3T was 7th. 8th, the 25A of Andrea McCain. Kaylee Rollins was 9th and 37. Michael Smith at 31 was 10th. Blake Lehman at 93 was 11th. Troy Tabor in 24 was 12th. 99G of Greg Swergen it was 13th. 14th did not start. Finish, excuse me. The rest were did not finishes or did not start. 14th was the 94 Dylan Slocum. Brent Mosdem in 55 was 15th. 16th, the Forrest Scott Rice. 17th was the 19 Jay Smith. The 121 of AJ Richardman was 18th. 19th, 75C Bo Partain. Jeff Byers was 16th. In the 16 was 20th. 21st was the 93X of Michael Jeanette. And did not start with credit with 22nd, the 78B of Andrew Berg. Your modifieds. Your winner was Dalton Murray, 99X. Second was the 127 of Jensen. Third was the 19 of Jimmy Gustin. Fourth was McGuire DeYoung at 30M. Fifth was the 2Z of Zach Rollins. Gat Lathrop was 6th in the 5G. 7th, the 43S of Scott Simonovich. Paul Nagel in the 05 was 8th. 9th was the 10K of Uncle Ron Lorenzen. Matt McCarthan in the 63M was 10th. 11th was the 415 of Josh Barta. Caleb Dennis in the 11D was 12th. 13th, 3S of Adam Shulman. Rob Clement in the 40RC was 14th. 15th was the 12A Andrew Kinzer. 16th was the 12R Brett Ramsey. 17th was the 24 of Shane Mills. Tyler DeBroche at 66 was 18th. The wrestler did not finishes. Starting in 19th, the 5 of Jason Morehouse. Chris Wilkie in the 07 was 20th. 21st, the 38T of Dylan Thornton. Brandon Lehman in the 164 was 22nd. 23rd was the 33 Nicholas Carpenter. In the Sword Compacts, your winner was the 9 of Kobe Saban. Second, the 02 of John Gill. Third was Tyler Finkelkorn in the 61F. Chad Larson in 7C was 4th. 5th, the M80 of Mark Smith. John Skirring was 6th in 21. Larry Warner in the 05 was 7th. 8th was Mike Tingsley in 00. Did not finish in 9th. Tristan Bellhurst. Alex Hayes in 23H was credited with 10th and did not finish. Did not start, but credited with 11th was the 29 of Matt Miller. Results from 34 Raceway, starting with the 305s. Picking up the win was Nick Guernsey in 7B. Second, the 81 Tanner Gebhardt. Third, Nathan Mutters in 71. Fourth, the 27 of Cody Worley. Fifth, the B29 of JJ Beaver. Justin Parrish was in the 22P with 6th. The Dirt Racing Podcast, Travis Pitts in the 01 was 7th. 8th was Daniel Burnquist in 9. 9th, the 51J of Blaine Jameson. 10th, Austin Furch in 51. McLean Richards was 11th in the 31, and Matt Krieger was 12th in 56. The rest did not start, and this is how we classified. 13th was the 4, Chase Richards. 14th was Joey Lau in the 17J. 15th was the 16 of Dustin Clark, and 16th was Dugan T in 78. In the stock cars, your winner was the 20V Justin Viss. Second, the 00 Johnny Spa. Third, the 71 of David Brandes. Fourth, the 3D Jason Cook. Chad Krogmeyer in 12 was fifth. Sixth, Kurt Kensley in 21M. Seventh was the 32 of Tom Cannon. Robert Thompson in 3T was eighth. Ninth was the 575 ounce of Austin Kemper. Curtis Barnes was 10th in the B12. John Oliver in the 05 was 11th, and 12th was the 27 of Matthew Pickney. In the Lucas Oil MLRA late models for the Slocum 50, your winner was Dennis Erb in the 28. Second, Chad Simpson 25. Third, Ryan Gustin in the 19R. Fourth was Chris Simpson in 32. Johnny Scott, the 1ST, was fifth. Sixth was Terry Phillips in 75. Seventh, Daniel Hasselbeck in 22. Eighth, Steve Soltz in 78S. Ninth was the 15 V of starting with the did not finish his ninth, Cody Vandenbaugh in the 15V. 10th was the 93 of Jay Johnson. 11th was the 29 of Spencer Dirks. Aaron Merchant in the 1X was 12th. 13th was the 3 of Brandon Willard. 14th was Reed Millard in 14. 15th, Justin Reed in the 1S. 16th, Matt Furman in 51. Mark Bortorth was 17th in the 7B. In the 33, Ricky Frankel was 18th. 19th, Jonathan Houston, 42. Matthew Mickelson in 2 was 20th. 21st was Johnny Spawn, 78J. David Webster in 44 was 22nd. 23rd, Brandon Queen in 12. The 56 or the W of Gary Webb was 24. 25th, Caden Klatt in the 50. And Shannon Babb was 26 in car 18. Now results from the Knoxville race lights, starting with the 410s. Qualifying was one quick time was the 3 of Ayrton Jennington at a 16:138.39. Second, the 8 of Aaron Reitzel at 16:223. Third was the Dirt Racing Podcast driver Austin McCarl at a 16:271. Fourth was the 71 of Corey Eliason at a 16:287. Fifth was the 09 Matt Jewell at a 16:302. Sixth was the law firm Parker Price Miller and Levin at a 16:312. Seventh was the 2 of Lenton Jeffrey at a 16:373. Eighth was Sunshine in the B7BC of Tyler Courtney at a 16:381. Ninth to 21 Brian Brown at a 16:390. 10th was 11X of Michael Buddy Kofoy at a 447. 11th was the 2 Emma Davy Heskin at a 16-511. 12th to 17 Carson Short at 16-548. 13th was the 3P Sawyer Phillips at a 16-550. 16th was the 2KS of Ian Matson at a 16-583. 17th was the Dirt Racing Podcast driver Carson McCarl at a 16-592. 18th to 7 Justin Henderson at a 16-591. 19th was the Dirt Racing Podcast driver Bobby Meitzer at a 16-720. 20th was the Dirt Racing Podcast driver AJ Moeller in 20 at a 16-727. 21st to 44 Chris Martin at a 16-781. 22nd was the 55T of McKenna Hassey at a 16-800. 23rd, the 7W Dustin Salvage at a 16-845. 24th, the 7 Taz of Tasker Phillips at a 16-887. 25th, the 14T of Tim Atkinson at a 16-929. 26th was the 12 of Tyler Durkee at a 16-941. 27th was the 65 of Jordan Goldsberry at a 69-49. 28th, the 6 of Brandon Wimmer at a 16-958. 29th, the 3 of Jake Newman at a 17-086. 30th, the 5 of Brady Forbrook at a 17-231. 34th, 76 Nate Mills at a 17-381. And 32nd, the 9H Landon Hansen at 18-764. Heat races. Heat race 1, your winner was Brian Brown. Second was Sawyer Phillips. Third, Carson McCarl. Fourth, Ayrton Jensen. Fifth, Matt Jewell. Sixth, Chris Martin. Seventh, Jake Newman. And eighth, Tim Essenson. Heat race number 2 went to Justin Henderson. Second to Michael Buddy Kilfoy. Third, McKenna Hassey. Fourth, Parker Price Miller. Fifth, Aaron Reitzel. Sixth, Riley Goodnow. Seventh, Tyler Dookie. And eighth, Brady Forbrook. Heat race number 3 went to Austin McCarl. Second, Dustin Salvage. Third, Davey Heskin. Fourth, Linton Jeffrey. Fifth, J.J. Hinkle. Sixth, Nate Mills. Seventh, Jordan Goldsberry. And eighth, the Bobby Meitzer. Heat race number 4 went to Tasker Phillips. Second, A.J. Moeller. Third, Corey Eliason. Fourth, Ian Matson. Fifth, Tyler Courtney. Sixth, Carson Short. Seventh, Brandon Wimmer. And eighth, Landon Hansen. The B main took 4 to the back of the A. Your winner was Riley Goodnow. Second, McKenna Hassey. Third, Chris Martin. Fourth and final transfer, Tyler Durkee. They were followed by 5th, Tim Atkinson. 6th, Jordan Goldsberry. 7th, Nate Mills. 8th, Brandon Wimmer. 9th, Jake Newman. 10th, Brady Forbrook. 11th, Landon Hansen. And did not start with in 12th was Bobby Meitzer. Your main event went 25 laps. Picking up the win was Aaron Reitzel. Second was Corey Eliason. Third, Austin McCarl. Fourth, Brian Brown. Fifth was Tyler Courtney. Sixth, Davey Haskins. Seventh, Michael Buddy Kilfoy. Eighth, Ayrton Jensen. Ninth, J.J. Hinkle. 10th, Matt Jewell. 11th, Parker Price Miller. 12th, Justin Henderson. 13th, Carson McCarl. 14th, Sawyer Phillips. 15th, Tasker Phillips. 16th, Chris Martin. 17th, Ian Matson. 18th, A.J. Moeller. 19th, Riley Goodnow. 20th, Dustin Salvage. 23rd, McKenna Hassey. 22nd, Carson Sharp. 23rd, Tyler Durkee. And 24th, Lynn Jeffrey. Reitzel led all the way 1 through 25. Hard charger was Hinkle. In the 360 division, your quick time was the 9 of Chase Randall at a 16-333. Second was T-Mac Terry McCarl, the Dirt Racing Podcast driver, in 24 at a 16-7 even. Third was the 99 Tony Ross at a 16.968. Fourth was the 24 N of Nathan Mills at a 16.985. Fifth was Jamie Ball in the Ford W at a 16.992. Sixth, Caleb Johnson at a 22K at a 17.003. The 9G of Ryan Giles was seventh at a 17.045. Eighth was the 7C Devin Klein at a 17.050. Ninth was Joe Beaver in 53 at a 17.063. 10th was the 18 Ryan Roberts at a 17.118. 11th, the 5A Alex Vandervoort at a 17.178. 12th was the one of Brendan Crouch at a 17.199. 13th was the 40 Clint Gardner at a 17.203. 14th was the 4 Chris Martin at a 17.233. 15th was the 70 Calvin Landis at a 17.309. 16th, 33 Alan Zoot at a 17.351. 17th was the 9 Emma Ricky Montgomery at a 17.353. 18th, 22 Ryan Levitt at a 17.357. 19th, 86 Timothy Smith at a 17.379. 21st was the 22X Riley Goodnow at 17.380. 21st was the 83 of Aaron Reitzel at a 17.395. 22nd, the 7B of Ben Brown at a 17.395. 23rd, the 1CC of Clayton Christensen at a 17.490. 4th was the 2P of Chase Porter at a 17.563. 25th, the 5M of Colin Moyle at a 17.573. 26th to 22 as the Slater Helt at 17.616. 27th, 22 W Aaron Warner at his 18.197. 28th, the 1A John Anderson at an 18.290. 29th, the 17 of Matt Allen at an 18.336. 30th was the 11 of Tyler Barrick at an 18.449. 21st, the 2 of Jason Billups as 18.573. It DQ'd in 32nd to 17B Kyle Jones because of a tire. Heat races. Heat race 1 went to Aaron Reitzel. 2nd, Clint Gardner. 3rd, Chase Randall. 4th, Jamie Ball. 5th, Joe Beaver. 6th, Colin Moyle. 7th, Ricky Montgomery. 8th, Matt Allen. Heat race 2 went to Caleb Johnson. 2nd, Ryan Roberts. 3rd, Terry McCarl. 4th, Chris Martin. 5th, Ben Brown. 6th, Slater Helt. 7th, Tyler Barrick. 8th, Ryan Levitt. Heat race number 3 went to Tony Ross. 2nd, Alex Vandervoort. 3rd, Ryan Giles. 4th, Timothy Smith. 5th, Clayton Christensen. 6th, the Calvin Landis. 7th, Aaron Warner. And credited with 8, Jason Billups. Heat race number 4 went to Riley Goodnow. 2nd, Devin Klein. 3rd, Chase Porter. 4th, Brendan Crouch. 5th, Nathan Mills. 6th, Alan Zoot. 7th, Kyle Jones. And 8th, John Anderson. The B main. Your winner was Ryan Levitt. 2nd, Ben Brown. 3rd, Ricky Montgomery. 4th, the Vile Transfer, Slater Helt. They were followed by 5th, Matt Allen. 6th, Kyle Jones. 7th, Colin Moyle. 8th, Clayton Christensen. 9th, Tyler Barrick. 10th, Aaron Warner. 11th, John Anderson. And credited with 12th was Jason Billups, as it did not start. Your winner was it went 20 laps. Your winner was Terry McCarl. 2nd, Aaron Reitzel. 3rd, Jamie Ball. 4th, Caleb Johnson. 5th was Ryan Giles. 6th, Clint Gardner. 7th Chase Randall, 8th Ryan Roberts, 9th Joe Beaver, 10th Tony Ross, 11th Evan Klein, 12th Ryan Levitt, 21st Nathan Mills, 22nd Riley Goodnow, and was 14th. 15th Ben Brown, 16th Brendan Crouch, 17th Timothy Smith, 18th Alan Zoot, 19th Slater Hill, 20th Chase Porter, 21st Alex Vandervoort, 22nd Ricky Montgomery, 23rd Chris Martin, and 24th Calvin Landis. Klein led lap 1, Ball led 2 through 4, McCarl led 5 through 20, Hard Charger was Reitzel. In the pro sprints, your quick timer was Matthew Seltzer, 99, at 17.672. Second, the 81E, Eric Bridger at 17.902. Third was the 71 Brandon Warmington at an 18.011. Fourth was the 26 Chase Young at 18.056. Fifth was the 42 J Cade Higday at an 18.058. Sixth was the 12P Ryan Nevertall at an 18.074. Seventh, the 0 Mike Mayberry at an 18.128. Eighth was the 17X Tyler Grunendijk at an 18.130. Ninth was the 44 Scotty Johnson at an 18.209. 10th was the 14J Mike Johnson at an 18.236. 11th Jeff Wilkie at an 18.277. And with no time in 12th was the O2S Josh Jones. Heat races. Your winner went to heat race 1 went to Scotty Johnson. Second, Mike Mayberry. Third, Jeff Wilkie. Fourth, Brandon Warrington. Fifth, Cade Higday. And sixth, Matthew Seltzer. Heat race number 2 went to Tyler Grunendijk. Second, Chase Young. Third, Mike Johnson. Fourth, Eric Bridger. Fifth, Josh Jones. And sixth, Ryan Nevertall. In the feature was course 15 laps. Your winner, Tyler Grunendijk. Second was Chase Young. Third, Brandon Warrington. Fourth, Cade Higday. Fifth, Eric Bridger. Sixth, Jeff Wilkie. Seventh, Mike Mayberry. Eighth, Scotty Johnson. Ninth, Ryan Nevertall. 10th, Josh Jones. 11th, Mike Johnson. 12th, Matthew Seltzer. Grunendijk led 1 through 15. Hard Charger was Wilkie. Sprint Invaders from Benton County. Starting with the heat race. Heat race 1, picking up the win was 50 Paul Nieheiser. Second, 28 Luke Minardi. Third, the 2 Chase Porter. Fourth, the 21 Devin Wignall. Fifth was the 51J Ryan Jameson. Sixth was Brett Triplet in 99. Dugan T in the 11 T was 7th, and 8th was the 4 Chase Richards. Heat race number 2 was the 44 Chris Martin. Second, the 78 of JJ Hankel. Third, the 11 of Colton Fisher. Fourth was the 7C of Tony Schilling. Fifth was the 7 of Trevor Lee. Sixth was the 81 of Tanner Gebhardt. And then 7th was the 7A of Jack Anderson. In heat race number 3, the winner was the 22 Riley Goodnow. Second, 35 Jamie Ball. Third, the 40 of Cody Worley. Fifth was the 9R Chase Randall. Sixth was the 5 Gage Pulseback. Sixth was the 8L Tomlins, and did not start but credited with 7th was Aiden Zoot and 14. The Dash. Chris Martin was your winner. Second, Paul Nieheiser. Third, Riley Goodnow. Fourth, Colton Fisher. Fifth, Luke Bernardi. And sixth was Devin Wignall. And in the A-Main, your winner was Luke Bernardi. Second was Paul Nieheiser. Third, Devin Wignall. Fourth, Chris Martin. Fifth, Chase Randall. Sixth, Cody Worley. Seventh, Brett Triplet. Eighth, Riley Goodnow. Ninth, Colton Fisher. 10th, JJ Hankel. 11th, Chase Porter. 12th, Jamie Ball. 13th, Tanner Gebhardt. 14th, Ryan Jameson. 15th, Tony Schilling. 16th, Dugan T, 17th, Tomlin, 18th, Trevor Lee, 19th, Gage Pulseback, 20th, Chase Richards. And these two cars did not start but credited, with 21st was Jack Anderson and 22nd, Aiden Zoot. Bernardi led lap 1, Wignall 2 through 8. Bernardi led the rest of the way 9 through 25. The hard charger was triplet, came from 16th up to 7th. The 50-watt spot, St. Pico mystery spot, was to T. Contingencies, DMI, Tanner Gebhardt. Saldana Racing Products, Gage Pulseback. Brown and Miller's Racing Solutions, High Point was Paul Nieheiser. The Reed Landscaping draw for your $50 was Chase Randall. The next action for the Sprint Invaders will be the 14th of July when they hit the Bloomfield Speedway. Action for the rest of this week and early next week, starting with tomorrow night over at the CJ Speedway, will be modifieds, sport mods, hobby stock car, and sport compacts. Over at the 34 Raceway, they're racing tomorrow night instead of Saturday with the 305 sprints and the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Sprint Cars Series. Saturday night at the Knoxville Raceway is pros, 360 and 410 sprint cars. Thanks for listening. This has been another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Till we get together next time, be sure and check out your local dirt tracks.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hain. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.